and just where he was at. And one other modality that we use that we're going to spend a little time developing here is our alkaline ionized microclustered hexagonal water. And we put the water out for them and we encourage them to drink it all day long, and they do. And they are seeing the results of that. Why do we find that alkaline ionized water is so important for the brain? Well, you can see the brain is 80% water. And if that brain does not have hydration and it doesn't have a way to get that water to it, then it is less of what we can produce in results in the brain. So let's look at the areas of why we chose micro-clustered alkaline ionized water to facilitate the other modalities that we're using to reconnect brain circuits. One of the reasons is we wanted better hydration. Another one is we needed energy. Some of these people come to us, they've never been off the couch, they can't walk a block. And we had to move them, and we couldn't physically do all their movement. They had to help us, so we needed to have something to give them energy. We had to help them with digestion. We didn't want people getting upset stomachs and the digestive problems that they came with. We wanted to support that. We do a lot of detox. You're going to see in a minute how we use detox, because when people are exposed to fungicides, pesticides, neurotoxins, they got to come out. And toxic metals, we got to detoxify it. Inflammation control, we needed something for that. Free radical scavenging, oxygenation, acidosis correction, and DNA support of repairing it. So the first thing, important reason why we wanted hydration in our brain program and use this alkaline water is because movement therapy, per research, requires hydration to the brain. You've got to. Hydration will enhance the performance. Alkaline ionized water's first hydration and fast hydration will allow the participants to be able to go and drink and go right back into a rigorous activity, such as jumping up and down. Would you even dare think of doing that? And we make them drink a 12-ounce glass of water and then go jump on the trampoline. They would be slushing and hurting and getting a side ache. But this water hydrates immediately, and they are able to go with full energy. When they've just pooped out, they can go another round. Another reason we use it is for the energy. Alkaline ionized water increases oxygen, which increases cellular energy. 6 hours of brain therapy takes a lot of energy. We had one program this last summer where we had I call it the geriatric group. We had people with aneurysms, we had people with accidents from falling off a horse. They were all past, not all, but a number of them, 4 or 5 of them were past 50, a number of strokes, and these people didn't come with a lot of energy. So we were able to help them get through all the modalities of jumping and movement therapies that we do because we were feeding them alkaline water. Now, the other factor is you need water that gets into the system to help digest your food. And alkaline water, ionized water, gets into the digestive system, into the body, into the cells immediately. Whereas it'll take the stomach 3 to 4 hours to make tap water or bottled water or such bioavailable. But the alkaline water helps our nutrients to become available to the cells quicker and easily absorbed. We give them a few supplements that are brain targeted during the program, and they don't have to take handfuls of supplements like sometimes people do for the brain, because the water helps to get it into the cells deeper and faster. And then, of course, water is a very important factor in enzymatic processes that break down toxic compounds. We all know this. You're getting the flu or you're feeling yucky, and what does the doctor tell you to do? Drink lots of fluids. But if we have the best fluid available, alkaline ionized water, we're going to do a better job of flushing that out of the system. And then water is important in the final stages. If we're flushing it into the tissues, we need to be lubricating the intestines and providing the basis of urine. We want it to flush out of the body. Then we move further into the detoxification and elimination. And when we have water that's flushing and getting into the system and hydrating, we're going to have a cleaner stool. And that is, research says, within days after taking the ionized water on a regular basis, that will happen. And then research also tells us that because the water gets into the system, it can detoxify lactic acid. Now, when you're moving muscles and parts of the body like crawling, you see these people on the floor crawling, and they're adults or they're children that have not really crawled ever and don't know how to crawl or creep, they're going to have sore muscles. I never hear the complaint of sore muscles because they're flushing with the water. Ionized water molecule is half the size, and so it can penetrate easily into the cellular membranes of the body. And ionization speeds up new tissue building and waste removal. So it's a very important part of our detoxification. Now, alkaline, ionized, microclustered water aids in the detoxification. When the urine is alkalized, there's an increase of excretion. A lot of our people come, having seizures, they're on a lot of drugs for things, a lot of anxiety, depression, they're on pharmaceuticals. We work with their doctors, they work with their doctors, but a lot of them choose to reduce those amounts. And what they're getting is needing to be flushed out of their system, and we see tremendous flushing with this water. Due to the logarithmic pH scale, a small change in pH has a large effect on the ability to detox. So we're dealing with pesticide. I've had people in the program that were pesticide poisoned in the womb, people that have been on drugs and we're having to detox the drugs, alcohol, things like carcinogens, and then a lot of neurotoxins come to us because they create very severe brain damage. Alkalizing during the detoxification is more and most important because the detox, when you're detoxing, it's acid in the cells, and so you've got to flush that out. And detox creates low energy. It's like when you get the flu, I don't feel too good. So the water, as it's flushing it out, also helps put energy in there. Now let me move into a little segment of what we do with